All right, welcome. We're talking about the Circle Maker. So another thing that I thought of too is, it made me reflect on how I pray and how I have prayed through seasons of my life.
Mm-hmm.
You guys too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big time.
I think too, one, I don't know if it's in here, but one of the books I was reading in our book study, be more specific with your prayers to God. Like he wants to know, he wants you to be more specific, like not just pray for this person, but say, pray for this person, their name, and they have cancer, be more specific. In your prayer.
Yep. And even just in anything, happiness, like what is happiness? What is that on your heart? And praying for somebody's happiness or
one thing that I really love that really hit home with me is where it said, hi Leah.
Hi Leah.
Where it said, who you become is determined by how you pray. And that's huge. That's really huge. And so ultimately the transcript of your prayers becomes the script of your life. I thought that was, I don't know, it's just like, again, one of those kind of light bulb moments. And like, oh, if we believe, then prayer should be the one and only most important thing that we do in our day, and not just one time, in the day. But yeah, I loved that. I thought that should be blasted all over the internet everywhere. So I'm going to do a post tonight or tomorrow with that in it, because it meant a lot to me anyway. But
I know, and I remember when I have a cousin that I was going through I even said it out loud. It's like, I'm mad at God.
mm-hmm.
I was mad. And she's like, Marla, let's pray. Let me pray with you. And I'm just like, no. Just like, and I was just being icky. And I think back to that and think, she must have thought, oh my gosh, you're terrible. But no, I did let her pray with me. But it was really, when you just can't even find it on your heart what to pray for because you're just so frustrated. But this just really, resorts to just everyday intentional prayer and calling somebody and saying, can I pray for you? And saying it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
You've
done that before, Marla, with me, and I know with many others. And for the very first time, see, this is what a good leader you are. But for the very first time today, when I was doing a reach out to one of my newer ambassadors, my phone is charging, but I'd read it to you. But I just kind of said, how are things going? How can I serve you with your products? And how can I pray for you today? And she came back with this long paragraph of how her son needs prayers and how she's so thankful for these products bringing us together. And I did just think, that wasn't me that had come up with that message, because I had messaged, I think, probably 8 people, and she was one of the last ones, and it just kind of came to me, and I just put it out there. So I didn't say that to anybody else, but to her, and she really specifically needed prayers for her son. There's not a coincidence there.
No, God was talking to you.
Yes. And this book has kind of made me more aware, or, more purposeful at times. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And you modeled that for us, so I'm taking your lesson. And it
Thank
worked.
you. And it's been modeled to me. And I think too, I think back to Sunday school teaching, and I used to say to the kids, we're going to talk to God. We're not going to recite a prayer. We're going to talk to God. And that it's something kids a lot of times don't know what to do with. But developing that relationship with him to have a conversation rather than recite the Lord's Prayer. You know, it's so different. And that intentional, there again, it's all about intention, right?
Right.
But this, yeah, I like too that, you know, praying through things and also praying for the blessings when you're really not feeling blessed. And how to get over yourself and just think beyond the circumstances is hard. And keeping a prayer journal, I've been writing, I'm going to write in here, I think, just because I thought then I can open it up and look back in a year from now and see, you know, what answers were given. So
I just ordered one for Morgan and I that my friend Paula is doing. She just started it last week on Amazon, and it's a prayer journal, and it's really cool. So
I might have
hopefully
to
it
look
should
at,
come tomorrow.
maybe you want to share it next week.
I will, and I'll post. I'll put a picture of it.
Yeah,
up.
or even in our business page, because I think,
Yeah.
you know, this is a business, but this is us. It's not a business. It's God. It's us. It's people. It's life. I mean, we have to think bigger than Plexus. And I do think God drew us all together for a reason, right?
Mhm.
We all are meant to be together. So we can't focus on the sales and the quitting and just on that. We have to think about the blessings of, you know, everything that's been working for others and celebrate that. So do the best you can with what you have where you are. And helping people maximize their God-given potential. I think through this business is such a blessing because, you know, through Plexus, there's going to be a lot of discoveries that we all find about ourselves that are lead us into different paths, not just with Plexus, I think, too. So, and for others, you know, just it might be their health might be able to give them the ability to do something they could never do before. You know, their God-given ability. And, you know, fear holds us back. If you're not feeling good, fear gets worse, right? So just being that model for others, that's awesome. Anything else that, Alicia, you haven't shared anything yet?
You guys kind of touched on the things that I was thinking too. The thing that stands out is just being way more specific in my prayers. So then we can give God the glory when he answers them. When we've prayed for something very specifically. So, yeah.
And even, I didn't know what I was praying for really with Plexus. I'd say, you know, I'll retire when I hit Emerald, and I would pray for that. But I didn't really say why and then what to do after it. So that's where I think I got stuck, because God's like, you weren't detailed enough. Like what, you know, it's interesting how you think back and go, I should have done that differently. But yeah. And that's a bold prayer, you guys, and it happened. So it's just crazy. And think about you, Connie, your health.
Yes, it is. It's been amazing where I've come from, I'm thinking when I had psoriasis since I was 16 years old. So, but I've been through all the treatments.
Just your history. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to get on to our other agenda. So 14-day challenge is, well, let's go in order. First of all, Kelly Hulse, we have her real live sip and share. So try and post about it, get excited, go live, something, I don't know, do a dance on Facebook to get people to notice. If you're in Grand Forks, come. No, she's cooking quite a meal. Kelly's got it planned with her. Kelly, you want to talk a little bit more about it, kind of what you and her have?
Well, it's going to be kind of an open house format, as you know from Laura McLaurin made the poster for it. Thank you, Laura. She's so good at that. She's also going to be working on our Testimony Tuesday. Yeah, so it's going to be basically an open house. It's from 5 to 7, right? And this time we're doing it a little bit differently because last time it was more just an open house. We didn't really have a program or anything. And we heard some feedback from some of the gals that were there that kind of wished there was a little bit of education. So we're going to do that this time. And we're going to have 4 or 5 testimonials. Try and keep them around 5 minutes.
What usually happens is I go
Is it
off
5?
agenda if I'm talking too much, and I'll ask people to share their stories. I always do that. So tell me, just cover my mouth, give me a mask.
Masks are not allowed in Kelly's house.
That's what Kelly said. Masks go in the garbage. But
so then I think at 7, after our guests leave, then Kelly is putting together this spread of wonderful goodness of stuffed green peppers. And I know Connie is going to bring some gummies. And are you doing the balls?
I'm doing
Marla?
the protein balls. Yep.
The protein balls? Okay. So yeah, I mean, and
But
I'm going to try and see if
Are they going to be eating through the whole time? Is that what we decided?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody eats.
Oh, is everybody eating? The guests
Everybody
too?
will eat.
Oh my goodness. The green peppers you're making for everybody that's coming. Holy cats,
Well,
girlfriend.
Scott picked a lot of them, so it's not an issue.
I know, but I can come
Right.
early and help make things, my dear.
No, you don't need to worry about that. It'll be good. I take tomorrow off, so I'm good.
You're something else again.
I
Okay,
know.
so that's basically that. So I hope we get a good turnout. I know it's hard, like if you're not from Grand Forks or if you don't know anybody in Grand Forks, it's really hard to maybe find people that will go. But it's so.
I know. Too bad she doesn't live on a busy street like we could stand out with a sign.
I know.
Like the Liberty. No.
Yeah, give you people to commit too. I mean, I have a handful of people that said, "Oh yeah, it sounds so much fun," but they haven't said yes. So I'll be messaging them for sure. So right now, Kelly, I think I have 2 coming.
Yeah, I think I have 3 possibly, and that's it.
Okay.
So I need to text again tomorrow. But it looks like on the poll that we did about 15, I think,
Okay.
counting all of us. And in the past, like I've said, we usually get ambassadors at these. And what it does is it just really educates, builds a foundation, so then they feel more comfortable sharing. And that's what's just been happening through the years. Because think of, I think the largest gathering we had was probably 18 people.
Well, yeah. So even if we don't have any new potentials that are coming, I'm trying to invite you know, people that are already on the products too.
Yes.
Because it really does build their belief when they hear other people's stories, and then they get the feeling of our community that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And just putting a bug in their ear, just, you know, even if you pick up a friend or, you know, mention it at work or just kind of casual. So, yeah.
Right. Right.
Oh,
So that's that.
yeah. All right. So then after that is the Testimony Tuesday on the 22nd. And we have quite a few lined up. Kelly, kind of, you probably have it on the top of your head more than I do.
Well, who we have is Connie and her sister Karen,
Oh, yeah.
which that's going to be really fun. And we have, I just talked about it with Laura, that nurse practitioner. Are you going to reach out to her, Marla?
I did. She has not answered me back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look now.
And then Brenda Howard, who was my very first business builder. She's going to, and I'm missing somebody. Oh, Megan.
Oh, yeah. She's going to, huh? Good, good, good.
So, yeah. So basically I have 4 for sure right now. And then with that nurse practitioner would make 5. And I don't know if it's necessary for me to do mine, but I could.
Yeah, you could. May as well if you want to. Because you haven't
Well,
done one on a Testimony Tuesday either, have you?
I don't know. Maybe back a while ago I did, maybe not.
I don't think you did.
Not lately for sure.
No. So, yeah. That'd be great.
So, yeah. So then, but do you want me to go through any of the products as well? Or just,
You know, if it hasn't been too long, you could just talk about the gut health products and any specials, you know, get in touch with the person that invited you. And yeah, I've kind of haven't done that the same every time,
okay.
but we can talk about that closer to it, I guess.
Yeah. So Laura's going to help me with that. So we should have that done as soon as we hear back from your nurse practitioner, then we should have that done. Look for it probably sometime late Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah,
So
I
you
don't
can-
know. Get feedback from everybody. What do you guys like when you go to the Testimony Tuesdays? That's how, there's no written plan. We create what we want. So,
Well, maybe now would be a good time to say, do any of you gals on right now want to take the one for October?
yeah.
So that we're kind of taking turns doing it. Does anybody feel comfortable reaching out to people that you know on your team or whatever and want to do it for October?
Uh-oh. Hope's not happy. Well, we can talk more, you know, just be always mentioning it to your customers, ambassadors when you're talking to them too, just like, hey, you know, you have a great story to share. Would you ever consider doing this? Because if we don't ask, it's an automatic no. And usually it takes 5 or 6 times of asking and coaching before they say yes. So keep asking. Don't give up on them. Right, guys? How many of us said we'd never do it, right? We never thought we would. So just always encouraging and always building them up. And, you know, they could do a practice run in the Glam Guts as you call them in on an interview, like you did, Connie, with your sister, Karen. You actually sat with her and did it. You know, that helps because it's scary going live, you guys. It's scary, right? I almost quit college because of speech 101. I hated it. So anyway, I'm glad I didn't quit, right? We have to keep raising everybody else's level of confidence for them. So what else? Then the next is the 14-day. So I'm thinking if they get their order in by the 16th or even the 19th, it should be good, I would think. Do you guys have anybody who's interested yet? Have you had any bites off your posts, or how is that going?
I've had a couple of people ask me about it. And one we were going to get together today, or actually two get together today to place their order, and something came up for them. So
Yep.
hopefully
Yeah.
they will soon, or they won't have it in time.
And also remember that this is a time to reach out to current ambassadors that love the triplex and just say, hey, do you want to be challenged to work out a little more and learn a little bit about intermittent fasting? You can be in this group just because you're an active ambassador. And tell them that. Say, you know, we want to offer more to you. You know, do you want to be in this group? That's another reason to, because they're
They
not
have
going
to
probably see it.
purchase. They have to purchase the Active Slim Ease combo.
Not, I'm going to be pretty, you're going to encourage them, but on the individual basis, I would just say, you know, since you're currently ordering 100 PV, you know, you get to be in it as a benefit. We're serving, right? But if it's somebody brand new, you know, I wouldn't recommend somebody brand new on the triplex to be in there and order the Ease because they're going to detox.
And I feel like if people reach out, what they normally need is the triplex. So I don't know if I'll put a new person on that instead of the triplex.
Right. Yeah. Just say, hey,
Right.
you want energy? If they have a lot of pain, yeah, start with that. Because then I'm going to
So
talk
I'm
about
thinking
that
of
health.
like some of Alyssa's people. Alyssa, you know, just take note of that. If you have somebody who's loved the triplex, and you could add them in there, or talk, not add them, but just talk to them. Yeah.
Because we wanted to really just build a connection more than anything too, you know, because we don't get together, and they don't get to get together with us, right? So building a community in there too, like we do in our other group, in our Glam Guts. But what haven't asked you individually is I would like to have 10 testimonies in there of you guys, volunteers going live in there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I thought, then skip the weekends during the 14 days. Or it doesn't matter which days really, but just getting at least 10 people so you can tell your story and just interact and say, what do you know, just seeing if you get some engagement, tell a joke of the day. I don't know, do something and just tell your story. So I'm taking names today of anybody that wants to, or just let me know, okay? And I'm not going to schedule a time. I'm just going to give you a day, and you have to go sometime during the day. And 5 minutes is all it needs to be. How does that sound? Do I have anybody that says yes right now?
Yes, I will do it, but I need to grab my calendar.
I do it too. And can you remind me of what the group name is called again? Slay and something with Slay.
No, it's not that.
Oh.
It's ease something, so ease dash
Easy
Y.
energy. Ease
Right.
energy.
Okay.
I gotta look. Easy Energy, Glam. I know I have Glam Guts Grace in there too, so we know it's ours because there's a lot of Easy Energy groups out there right now. And then I have in there with intermittent fasting, but I'll put the link. I don't want anyone added in there really until like the 25th, just because there's not going to be anything in there really for them to see until then. So if I have a list going on my notes of who's commented. Like Ruth messaged me asking if she was in this group, and I said, I'll put you on the list, so I'll add her when I have it around the 25th is what I'm thinking. So
Yeah, I know she wants in. She had told me that too.
yeah, and I told her you're gonna get your Zumba dance, a few of them in there. She really wants that.
It's ease, and then Y, energy with IF option, Glam Guts Grace style.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't find it right now. So what else? So those that said that they were interested, I did message from our Glam Guts Grace group and just said, hey, thanks for being interested. I'll put you on the list. So if they're under you, I'll let you know that I have them. And then I told them what to order if they're not current subscribing with 100 PV. So, and then we have till the 20th for people to earn the NutriBullet. So making sure, you know, they see that. Your ambassadors that have the 100 PV, so they get a chance to earn triple the earning. Quite a few have already posted. And yeah, I'm excited for this 14-day. I'm thinking the intermittent fasting is a big draw. So you could even post on your page. Who wants to be in a 2-week challenge to have more energy and learn intermittent fasting? Just do a post like that. I bet you're gonna get tons of people, but then you got to let them know about the products too, somehow in there. But I don't know if that's deceiving, maybe saying, you know, ordering a few products to help with your energy, however you want to word it, but just generate interest. And if they say no, it still starts a conversation, right? Then you can say, oh, hey, have you heard of gut health? Or, you know, have you heard of Plexus? And just keep them on your list of generating conversations. That's all our job is conversations all the time, and invitations, testimonies. Then they have a business. That's just kind of how it goes. If you think in that term, and not, you know, we don't think in sales, right? I was telling somebody, you know, we should really operate our business or operate in this Plexus entity as if there's no month end, right?
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
who cares if it's where we are at the end of the month, right? I mean, what we care about is, are they having success with their products? Do they know why they're having success with their products? Are they educated? You know, that's kind of just the send, share, invite, continuous wheels turning all the time. Because success in this, you know, isn't a script, isn't a training, isn't one event. It's us, ourselves, like what we say to each person behind the scenes. Marketing is 10%, what we say and do on, say, social media, which draws a lot of interest, right? 90% or 80% of the rest is like behind the scenes, right? What we do with that. And that's where you get to be comfortable and you get to be yourself. That's the differentiation that we do. That individual, educating, helping, serving. So 10 after. Kelly, you were going to cover something that was a great idea about encouraging others to share their awesome results.
Yeah, and maybe some of you have already done this, but I did kind of mention it before, but I'm just kind of finally getting going on it, and hopefully I'll have more to share next week on our next Zoom. But I've started reaching out to those happy wholesalers that have been with me for a while and just asking them to list in bullet point style all of the things that they can think of that Plexus has helped them with. And then after they do that and they send that to me, then I'm just saying to them, hey, you know, da 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 da. It looks like, you know, you've got a great story. Would you feel comfortable making a post on social media about what these products have done for you? And then letting them know that I'll help you, you know, write it up, and then snap a picture of yourself holding your pink drink or holding the active or holding up your favorite product or whatever. And let's do this post. And then from there, just kind of seeing what it generates. And if there is some interest generated, then I want to offer to do a Zoom with her or him and those people that showed interest. And so it's kind of another avenue to grow your team, instead of you yourself going through your list of potentials. And you know, so much of the time we have heard over and over, this business is all about growing silvers and helping people get to silver. And we all know what that means. We don't have to say it in those terms to who we're talking to, because they won't know what silver, you know, they won't know or maybe even care. But we know that the stability in this business and growth potential is through helping people get to silver, because it's been proven over and over that, you know, if they get some money back on their products, they're more apt to stay on their products longer. So anyway, that's just something that, you know, I tried to do it before and I didn't quite make it happen, but it's starting to happen now. So hopefully in the next, let's say, month or a couple weeks, I will see some benefits of kind of going after it this way.
Love that idea. Takes time, but that's intentional again, interactive and behind the scenes.
Well, and then, you know, I mean, if we are asking people what these products have done for you, it kind of takes everything to that next level. Because then they get to start thinking about, oh, because we can say something like, you know, do you know of anybody else that struggles with some of the things that you struggled with? You know, who can we reach out to? Who can I help you serve? And then it also allows them to see the potential moving forward. Yeah, so.
And then if they say no, do you have a way to open a new door? So I always say, when there's a closed door, your mind has to find a way to open it. So what would be your reaction? I'm just curious.
And I feel like Brooke Hemingway touched on that.
She
And
did.
that she does have an answer for that, but I can't think of it right now.
I was
But-
gonna say, I was thinking about that. You could ask them, like, would you be okay if I made a post for you and tagged you?
Yes. That
And
is
that,
exactly. Yep.
sometimes people are more inclined to do that.
Yes.
And then, okay, so let's just
Not
keep
that I've done it before, but I just assume.
right. And
Yep.
so let's pretend she says no again. How can we create an open door from a closed door? Any ideas?
How about if then we took it to, well, if you're not comfortable putting it out there, can you think of a few friends, you know, that we can, I don't know how you would word that,
Share your
Yeah.
story with?
referrals, I mean, or, you know.
Yeah, or share your story with on a Zoom, you mean? Is that what you were going
Yeah.
with? Yeah.
Would
Yep.
you prefer, you know, how would you feel about doing this more privately?
Yes.
And
Yes.
just touching base with, you know, maybe your closer circle of friends versus public, you know.
Because you have to find their comfort level. It's like, well, where would you be comfortable sharing your story? Is there any, you know, what group of people, or how would you be comfortable sharing the story? Because it could help somebody. And then I would also mention in our Glam Guts, because it's a secret group, even if you search for it, you can hardly find it. You know, that, and that's all people like-minded, that we are searching for answers. And maybe they're struggling with the same thing that you are, you know, so that's just another way they can feel better too. And then they're going to grow as a person. Because what do you think's holding them back? Fear, right? Which holds us all back. So we have to be the encouragers to embrace that fear and provide faith and leadership and being comfortable. So yeah, it's always, you have to just think of an open door. I always try and think of it that way when I get a closed door. And sometimes I've gotten closed doors and closed doors and closed doors too. But that's just, you can't focus on those. You just go figure out something different. But yeah, so can you guys think of some people that you could get in touch with, do you think, that have probably some bullets to share that haven't shared with others? You know, go ahead and do that and see what happens and report back next week and tell us, or let us know in our group thread, you know, if we need to help support on a post or something for them.
Can I just add something quick? If you can keep her quiet for just a couple seconds. I was gonna say, you know, not everybody who wants to share on social media, like, wants to help those people actively. So maybe ask them if they could refer people to you, or if they're interested in helping them, because sometimes they just sign them up and then they don't want to do it.
Right, right.
I think once you get to the point of them saying, yes, sure, then you have to have that conversation. You have to take that conversation to the next step and say, okay, now when we do this, this is what you can get for sharing. Are you open to continuing the conversation with them, or would you rather, you know, refer them to me? But yeah, I see what you're saying, because that happens a lot, doesn't it, Andrea?
Well, I had somebody who signed up like a bunch of people right away.
Mhm.
And then she reached out to me and she's like, I can't keep up with this. I'm really too busy with my kids. My husband's farming all the time and I'm just overwhelmed. And she said, I'm not going to sign up any more people from now on, but I'm really glad that I have my products paid for. I was like, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and you can just say, like, you know what, let's just get 3. And then if you don't want to do anything after that, that's fine.
Right.
Right, and
know.
that is the blessing of this. You don't have to be a business builder to get your
Right.
product
You
paid
can just
for.
do 3 if you want, or you can, you know, and you can walk, you can run, you can sprint, you know, there's all sorts of
And that's the thing.
As long as you,
Oh, go ahead.
as long as you, as the sponsor, has that conversation with them so that you know if you're supposed to be leading the educational piece of it, or if they're going to do it. You know, I think that's really helpful, like what you said, Andrea, because then you kind of know where they're at and how they're feeling. Yeah, so I think that is important. Those conversations are important. But you know what really kills me, you guys, is and I have so many people too that maybe have 1 or 2 people signed up, and it's like, oh, there's money sitting on the table that only that person can pick up. It's just sitting there
Just
waiting.
sitting there. I know.
And so I can't earn it. Nobody else can earn it. It's you know, for that one person. And so I just really think that this is, we've got to do a more or a better, I have to do more or a better job at reaching out to those that are already seeing such success and loving their products.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it before, but.
And also the new people, making sure you go back and say, oh my gosh, I almost forgot to talk to you about, you know, I know you don't want this as a business, because none of us did, right? You know, but here's the deal. Plexus gives you this awesome Engage app and 3 free samples for you to gift to a friend. Who can you think of right now that would want to sample this? And I would be offering to give you like a launch or a gut health education Zoom so that they would learn more also and support them, and we could just work together through 3-way chats, but I would lead, you know, so it wouldn't be a lot of work for you. But, you know, do you have 3 friends? I mean, it can be a simple little half an hour Zoom from that little conversation. If she gets 3 people, like if you guys come on the Zoom, I'll give you these free samples. So get them on the Zoom first and then provide the free samples.
Mhm. Yep.
And they have to show up before they get them. Because if we send the samples first, a lot of times they won't show up to the Zooms, right? So that's another thing, to use that. I know how many people are loving the Engage app as we are using it more. used it today, Leah. You're going to be proud of me. I almost started sending her my link and I'm like, wait, Leah was like, you have to start using it. She was coaching me. I'm like, I know. You're younger than me. Remember that. A lot younger.
Okay, they still get the 10% off, right?
Through the link. There's a link
the
in there that says 10% off generic link. Yes.
Yep. Okay. But the ambassador enrollment, they get 10% off too.
No,
Or they get the
get-
discounted.
Yep.
they
Everybody
get the
does.
discounted welcome pack.
Yeah, regardless. No, the discounted
Gotcha.
welcome pack is only through the app that I know of. Unless it's, I don't think the SAM 2020 is working anymore, that it's not supposed to be. Do you guys know?
Alyssa, I thought had it working. Did you have it? Didn't you use it?
Yep, the person, Mel, used it when she signed up.
This month?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that was like September 1st.
I had one use it on the 8th and it worked.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And
It
they're
worked.
telling us not to promote it because it's not a promotion. So I'm kind of stuck, you guys. So that's why I'm not promoting it. But do what you want. Okay? Because it's supposed to, I suppose the tech people are working tirelessly trying to get that to not work. But when it, yeah. When it works for the app, I suppose it communicates, who knows? Yeah. And then the 3-day events, like I said, I have not been scheduling those just because, and it just doesn't seem like they've really worked in our favor. So if anyone wants to step in and start them, let me know. I'll help you. But right now we have enough with the other events going on. So, but Plexus is doing that training this month. Did you guys catch the trainings on the ambassador page? Ambassador community. There were 3 jewels that did the training 3 different days. So making sure your notifications are on for Plexus ambassador page. And like I said, we have the work from home and we have the new Ambassador Academy also in there. So lots of little things, but I think just you connecting with that new ambassador right away about products and opportunities is best than to overwhelm them. But eventually, you know, if they maybe are serious, you know, the new steps in our virtual office, eventually it's good for them to get through. But we also have the units in our, you know, Glam Guts, which are amazing. So making sure we're not blasting them with too much, just a little bit like, hey, I'm going to send you this. How did it go? Have a conversation before we send them to the next training or whatever it is. Okay. Because there's a lot. So Kelly, do you have anything you wanted to tell us, Kelly Hulse, before Wednesday?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay.
No.
I'm excited. And you're going to have to kick us out the door so we don't keep you up too late.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Anything else, you guys?
Okay. I think I missed something. I was a little bit late getting on. Is there a testimony Tuesday this month?
22nd. Yes.
22nd. Okay.
8:30.
The graphics should be out Wednesday night or Thursday, depending on when we get all the information back from the gals that are doing it.
It's always tricky. Yeah, if I don't hear from Sierra tomorrow, we'll just not have her because she still has, I don't have her phone number on there, but
Okay.
messaged her in Messenger. So
Okay, yeah, that'd probably be better. Give her,
And what, oh, go ahead, Kelly.
oh, I was just gonna say, if we have a deadline, then we can get it done.
well, you can set, it doesn't matter. You go ahead. You set the deadline. If you want it tonight, it can be, she's not on. I mean, you know, it doesn't matter. She can
Well,
always be next month.
Tomorrow to respond to you. We'll
Yeah.
give her till tomorrow. Yeah.
I sent it this morning or whenever we talked this morning. What time was that? Yeah. So
And what was the name of the group for the easy challenge again? I can't find it.
I'll send you the link. I'll put it, I
Okay.
don't want to put it in the business builders or the Glam Guts yet because I
Sure.
just don't want a lot of people in there right now. I just,
Right, and I won't, and that's why I put down to Adam, that's what I'm gonna text a few people that have answered yes, that I'll add them to the group. Invite them to the group on around the 25th.
Yeah, I think that's a good time.
I just invited you, Connie.
Oh, thank you, Kelly.
Thanks.
Good.
Okay, so anything else before we?
I do. I was late on the call because I was on the phone with somebody. So Julie Shimke, she was at our last event here at the house. She's been on the product for about 6 weeks. She was previously diagnosed with the Candida overgrowth. Okay, so we knew she'd have detox issues. We knew she'd be challenging. Okay, so she has started and stopped her products numerous times. She was down to taking a quarter packet of Slim only, and then like BioCleanse when she needed it. And then she would just start feeling lousy again, and she'd quit. So, I'd reach out to her like I always do, and I'd get nothing back. So I didn't know what even was going on. So then I'm just like, okay, I'm assuming everything's fine since you're not, well, yeah. Anyway, so then she tracks me down in church yesterday and tells me that she's quit the products and she's not, she wants to succeed. That's the thing. She's like, I know they work. I just keep feeling lousy. Well, now she's been reading somewhere, because I told her, I said, okay, Julie, I think what we need to do is you just need to be on the E's alone. So we ordered the E's.
Good
and I
call.
told her, just take the E's, get off everything else, which she already had done without telling me, right? And I said, at least take that for 10 days by itself, like at the loading dose. And then I think you should just start backwards, like start with 1 ProBio 5 at bedtime. And you just continue that for like a week, and let's see how you're doing. And then we'll, go from there. Well, now she's been doing some reading, and I'll just put this out there for what it's worth, but she's a senior citizen. Okay. So she does a lot of reading and all this stuff. Well, now she called me tonight and she said she's been listening to some doctor, and he had said that if you have leaky gut, which is what she's been diagnosed with in the past, that you should not be taking a probiotic until that leaky gut is healed, because the probiotics will leak out into your system. And I said, Julie, right now you have toxins leaking out into your system. I don't,
Well,
and I'm kind of like laughing like this. It's like, I appreciate you like reading, but honestly, that doesn't make any sense to me.
But
Where am I
also-
getting it wrong?
and our probiotic isn't a true probiotic. Tell her it's the
No.
enzymes and the
I know.
antifungal that are really benefiting you.
I know.
So
I have
know.
leaky gut, and the probiotic is amazing for me.
Yeah, see, I told her that, but like I say, I said, you know what, I'll bring it up on our call tonight. This is, the people that have people signed up. So maybe somebody else can talk to me from this working. So I'm not wrong in my thinking, right?
no. And is she on, like, does she eat well so that she's healing her
Yes.
leaky gut? Like she's
Yes.
on a good omega?
Yes, she is not. Yeah, she's not eating refined sugars. In fact, she said she's been investigating now, like what a leaky gut diet is, and she's eliminating those foods. So she's, like I say, she's really determined. She's using milk thistle, the whole thing. She's, in her head, she knows it works, but I keep telling you, you can't keep stopping.
Right.
You
And work
can't
with
keep
me.
stopping and not telling me.
Right. It's that pride.
so-
I know.
Yeah, we're going to try it this way, but I just want to be sure I'm giving her right direction.
Yes.
So-
And I agree that if you're putting tons of probiotics in and you have a really bad leaky gut, you aren't
Yeah.
doing any justice to anything
Right.
if you're not attacking the candida. But
Yeah.
our ProBio 5 is not really a
I
true
know.
probiotic. It's
I
an
know.
enzyme blasting
Yes.
antifungal with 2 million strains, so it does multi-purpose benefits. So just getting that out of her head that it's more
I
than
know.
a probiotic. Yeah. But
Yeah.
you did all the right
And
things.
the kicker with her too is, it's kind of backstory, but her husband is a pharmacist, retired, he's 80 years old now, but I worked with him once upon a time too. So he's from my background, but even older. So of course he thinks it's all hocus pocus. So I know she's not getting any support at home. I know that for a fact. So I know that's not helping the situation, but like I say, I just want to be sure I'm giving her right direction, because
Yeah.
she's so determined it's going to work. And I keep telling her, Julie, it's going to work. We just got to figure you out.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And aloe
I don't know
vera,
if she,
the vitamin too is a good thing?
She's on the vitamin. Yep.
Okay,
She
good.
started the vitamin and she's been consistent on that. Yep.
Okay.
I just thought of if she's doing lots of research, she could send her, Brooke Hemingway husband's podcast.
Okay.
I don't know if he has like a website she can look at, or if you can send her a link to listen to
can.
it.
What's his name again? Dr.
Modern medicine movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay. I need to write that
And
down.
I haven't listened to it all, but at least, he's going to be thinking
He's
the
gonna
same
be
way
for
that you're
it.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will do that. See if I can find something that would address exactly what she's dealing with.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good call, Leah. No, you're doing the right things. And that's the thing, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a long time.
And she knows that. And we had that discussion long before I'd even signed her up. But, thing of it is she's sharing with people, even though she is not succeeding at this point. She asked me tonight if it's okay if one of her friends came, and I know this friend. And then she says to me too, well, I'd like to sign her up under me. And I said, Julie, that's awesome. That's great. Have her come.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I say, I know her, and she'll know people here. So I hope she does. But
And being
Anyway.
someone like her, just think when it does work, how awesome she'll be as an ambassador to help others.
I know. Yep.
That's great.
Yep. Okay. I appreciate the feedback, you guys. Thank you.
Yes. Hi, Lois. Kevin is Lois, you guys over there. So,
Hello.
and she doesn't have any social media. So
I'm getting it.
you got the Facebook uploaded. So we got to get that
Yay.
going.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
It's awesome.
Sorry to call on you so much today. Those
know,
two.
I was like, I had so many things happening today. I'm like, oh, now WhatsApp, you had it there, and then you had email, and then you had text. I'm like, yes, it's all good. It's all good.
Dude, way to keep her on her toes. Good for you.
Anyway.
Yes, because Lois has 2 more people. Right, Lois?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two sister-in-laws.
2
Yeah.
sister-in-laws. Yeah. So
Great.
she didn't want the business. Lois she's my cleaning lady. She's watched me do this crazy thing for how long now?
It must be a year anyways, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah. And all your pain's gone, and she's sleeping better. And
Yeah, it works. I will argue anybody all day long.
me too.
It works.
It works if you let it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you work with the people that are helping you too,
Mhm, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. But it isn't like a black and white thing. It's not like take this pill at 2:00 and you're
No,
fine.
no. I
That
say that
mindset.
It's not one size fits all here at all.
No, and that's what makes it so
Mhm.
different.
Yeah.
And yes. So anything else, everybody? Anyone have anything to share? Intentional goals. Anyone want to share their intentional goals by next week when we're here?
I'm going to try to get 3 to 5 people to either post on social media or allow me to write up their post for them and tag them, like Andrea said.
Awesome.
I'm going to try an Instagram event.
What?
Good. Let us all know way ahead of time so we can prepare to take note.
Well, I think I'm going to do it Thursday
Okay.
at like 8 p.m. or something. I'm not sure exactly, but got to get my post situated. And I'll just message those of you that I'm going to take your videos that you've already done, the testimonies, and see how it goes.
Yeah, why not? And then you'll be the leader, and we'll maybe do it next. I was going to do it, but
Yeah.
I haven't. Did you see I did post all the videos? I think I got all the testimonies in the unit. I just now have to
Yeah.
rearrange the unit in the Glam.
I did. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So yeah.
You don't need my permission. You can just use it.
Mine too. That's fine. So Got all of us. Alyssa, do you want to get your testimony on video yet? What was that?
It was kind of like a
I don't
whatever
know.
it was.
Think about it. Pray about it.
Okay.
Okay? All right. All right, awesome people. We'll see you. I was going to cover a little bit of mindset, but don't let fear get in the way of your belief. Pray big, pray bold. I read this quote. I opened it up to it. I'm not saying this goes with anyone, but I'm saying it to myself, okay? It's from the John Maxwell's Laws of Leadership. If you think your people are negative, then you'd better check your own attitude. So whenever I have to watch myself, so if or you guys slap me if I'm negative, right? There are some other good ones too. The stronger the relationship and connection between individuals, the more likely the follower will want to help the leader. Yeah, that's a good one too. I love this book. I open it every now and then. Have you guys read this one yet?
Haven't yet. There was one more thing, if I may interrupt.
You may.
Laura just reminded us. Laura and I discussed 7 o'clock work time again. So we're going to start with Monday, Wednesday, Thursday at 7 in the morning. Can we use your Zoom, Marla? Okay. All right. We're going to start on this Wednesday.
Okay.
We can only use Marla's Zoom if she is on it. Like she has to put in her password and stuff.
Well, I thought you guys had Zooms.
I have my own, so we can use mine too, but that's what we were talking about. Whose Zoom do we use?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you want to share it for others, just post so that they know.
Okay. I better work on mine then, huh, Laura?
Yeah, because when I'm in Bismarck, I can't guarantee I'll be on.
Okay.
Yep.
And I had one, but that was before the password. So then I tried to go in and I couldn't figure it out. So maybe I didn't give it enough time, but
Okay.
I'll see what I can figure out.
You can just use mine too.
Okay, what's your password? Okay, you send me.
I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that, Mara.
No, that's okay. And then Leaders Retreat. So we have, how many are close? I think quite a few of you are very close to Leaders Retreat. If you get, develop silvers, you are going to get more points. So developing silvers means having events or getting them on events, and just try whatever, you could advertise Joy Om and say, I need 5 people to test Joy Om with me. I'll give it to you at my price. And you could have a little event in a group messenger. I mean, there's so many ways we can deliver this if you just follow through with your intention. So think about, like, same with the kids, vitamin and the drink. It'd be, especially those of you that have kids that age, like, see if you have 5 friends, reach out and say, hey, would you try these products out with me in a group and see if if they work, great. If they don't, I'll help you get your money back. So anyway, that's just, if there's a will, there's a way. And so it's just constantly thinking of different ways to try things. And I'll help you with whatever. But right now we have the big events going, and hopefully we all can get a few smaller Zooms going for our people that want to just share with 3 to 5. But let me know. I'm always willing to help in any way, and hope we get to see most of you on Wednesday. Lissa, you have a little bit too far to go. And Laura, you have cross country. And Lois, are you coming, Lois, to Grand Forks? No? No. Okay. You're muted.
Sorry. I was gonna ask you, like, enrolling these two that I was talking to you about today.
Yep.
Kelly was saying to help people to get to silver. So should I let one of those enroll the other?
We'll talk about that. Okay.
Okay.
Depends on who they are. Like if she's related and she's gonna talk.
They're both sister-in-laws, but
Okay.
mean to me, and yeah.
Yeah. So it really depends on kind of what you want and what they want. If they're going to be working with them and willing to learn, you know, it probably will benefit both of you, right? But
Yeah.
if you're going to be doing all the work, yeah, it just kind of depends.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they want to build or not, but
And usually no one wants to build right away. That's what's so tricky. They decide to later, right?
yeah.
What if you ask the question of each of them, just, hey, do you know 2 or 3 other people that you think could benefit from these products? And whoever kind of jumps at it first, then maybe you could put them on the top tier and then the other one underneath her. It's just a thought.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And I'll check the messages, Lois, and get back to you. Okay. Is there more I haven't answered? No, I'll look. Okay. Thanks, you guys.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Good to see y'all.
Good to see you. See you Wednesday.